really hoping this white balance is working because I look like I just got a suntan. It looked kind of good. So the lighting outside is pretty nice. It's a little rainy, but it's okay. It's a nice chilly day. Got myself a cup of tea. This is the Tazo Awake English Breakfast, and it tastes absolutely amazing. Today, if you guys can't tell by the title and by the books right behind me, ooh, I did that really well. I'm gonna be doing my top nostalgic books, and for different reasons. When I think of these books, I think of my first time reading them and falling in love with them, and like the exact moment and the exact day that I started it and the exact day when I finished it. I'm just gonna get right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy, and if you guys have any nostalgic reads, let me know down below. The first one that I have here is Cress by Marissa Meyer. I almost said Rapunzel, because it is a Rapunzel retelling. And I read this, I started reading Cinder maybe a month before Cress was coming out. I was told that, you know, since I like fairy tales and I like sci-fi, I would really love this trilogy, this series. And I said, you know what, I'll give it a chance. The cover for Cinder is really cool, so might as well just give it a chance. And I flew through that book so fast. It was so good. And then I read Scarlet, which was awesome. And then I read Cress in like a span of like 2 days. Look at all the tabs. These are my favorite moments. I remember going to Hood River with my mom. The Hood River was like maybe 25 minutes away from me. I don't know times. And that was when a book signing was coming out. Or there was a book signing for Marissa Meyer, but it was actually a writer's workshop that she was having. So I was like, you know what? I have to go. Had to go meet Marissa Meyer. I have to have her sign these books, and I had to listen to what she was saying. So that's what I did. I got Cinder, and I have all of them personalized. See, all personalized. The most sweetest woman ever. And I remember the day I finished this, I was like, I had to wait like a year to read Winter, because you just can't end a book like that. And I just, every time I see this cover, I just get all types of, you know, nostalgic, and I love this series. This is like, as you guys know, this is my favorite series of all time. Every time I see these covers, every time I think of these characters, I just get all warm and tingly, because these are my characters. I love these characters so much. I stayed up really late to finish Winter as well. I stayed up till like 2 o'clock, and I almost missed work. But it was worth it. Then the next one is The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is it's an interesting one, because I didn't read this when it first came out. A lot of my friends, they absolutely love this trilogy, and I was planning on reading the trilogy for the longest time, and then I saw the trailer for the film, and I was like, okay, let me just read it. And I flew through this book really quickly, because this book was just so good. It was just so good. Every time I see this cover with the Mockingjay pin on it, every time I see this, every time I see the lines, I see the title, I see the spine, I just flash back to, I read this maybe middle school crossing over to high school. I was really excited for this film, and I was like, I have to read the book first. And I did, and I loved it. I loved Catching Fire, the book and the film, and Mockingjay. Mockingjay is my favorite trilogy. Both the films and the book. This is nostalgic to me because this is the first book series that I read before I watched the film. I usually, when I was younger, I watched the film before I read the book. Like Chronicles of Narnia, and Bridge to Terabithia, and Percy Jackson, and something else. And Where the Reverend Grows. But this one was this is my first case of reading the book first before seeing the film, and it just fills me with joy whenever I see this cover. Throne of Glass. Now this is my same exact copy that I read. Look at the cover, look at the peeling plastic. The edges are really kind of messed up. The back is also curling up, if you can see that. And it's signed, if I can get to it. And it's signed. Loved Throne of Glass. I learned about this through BookTube. And I was told that I would, since I loved badass female characters, this character was very much like Electra, is what I was told to me, that I would love Selena, the main character. And so I saw the original cover, I laughed it off because I did not like that cover. But then I saw this cover and I was like, I gotta have it. And I just absolutely love Throne of Glass. I am rereading it because I just miss the world of Throne of Glass. I miss Selena, I miss Kale, I miss Dorian. I haven't read Kingdom of Ash yet, but I'm rereading the series so I can prepare myself for the heartbreak that is Kingdom of Ash. Every time I see these covers, I flash back to when BookTube was actually good. And, you know, everybody was just loving the Throne of Glass series. And now people are kind of divided, but for me, I love the series. I love Selena. I love Sarah J. Maas. I think she's a great author. I haven't read her Catwoman book, but I was told that it's good, so I trust Sarah J. Maas. And it's The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. This is probably the first book I read in nope, that's a lie. This is the first book that I read in sophomore year of high school. So it was this, Kindred, Animal Farm, and Kill a Mockingbird, I think. And this is one of the first times of a book that I read in high school that I said I have to get the book. Ooh, it's like shiny. I had to get the book, but I didn't have enough money to get the hardcover. But then I saw this cool, what is it called? The 10th anniversary edition. And I just had to have it. I love the gold outline. I love the gold font. I love this little thing up here. If you guys have not read Kite Runner, the story of just family and friendships and just life and love and just honoring your friend it's so amazing. And just Khaled Hosseini's an amazing writer. 1,000 Splendid Suns was awesome, and The Mountains Echoed was awesome. I haven't read Sea Prayer. I really want to, but this one remains my favorite Khaled Hosseini book. The detailing of the scenes, the characters, just everything. So whenever I see this cover, I go back to high school, just the time when I loved this book. And the teacher and I would actually stay after school and talk to the teacher about the Kite Runner, and it was just nostalgic reasons. Percy Jackson. This is not the exact copy of Percy Jackson because my Lightning Thief copy, which is my brother's copy, is all types of destroyed. I might show it later, but here's the new cover. And this is the first case of when I read the book after watching the film, and after being before I read the book, I thought to myself, this is actually a good film. And then I read the book and I was like, that was a really bad film. And like, I don't judge people who like the Percy Jackson films. If you love the Percy Jackson films, excellent. I'm not mad at you. I'm not judging you. That's just, you have the right to your opinion. I have the right to mine. I did not like the Percy Jackson films. Whenever I think of Percy Jackson, the series, I just flash back to when I was just in love with Greek mythology and just having fun with like listening to the audiobooks and just having, you know, conversations with my friends who read the Percy Jackson books and just falling in love with the characters of Percy and Annabeth and Grover and Nico and Tyson and then from Heroes of Olympus, Jason, Leo, Frank, Hazel, Piper, and then just so this series actually brought some, actually gave me some friends, which I'm very happy for. I mean, not like book friends, but like real friends in real life who actually love the series as well. So I'm happy that this series gave me some friends that I will cherish forever, and thank you to Rick Riordan. Vampire Academy. Whenever I see the title Vampire Academy and I see this cover, this particular cover, I just laugh because Rose's narration is hysterical. Just hysterical. She is so funny, and just the world of Moroi and Strigoi and what is it called? St. Vladimir Academy, and that is what it's called, right? Yeah, St. Vladimir's Academy, and just It's all of it, and then the relationship between Rose and Dimitri, and then Rose and like Adrian. Everything about this series just fills me with joy because it is so funny and just so much fun. I just love it. And I also have I have a sin to confess. I did laugh at this cover and the title. No, I did laugh at this title because this is probably one of the cheesiest titles I've ever heard of or read, because it's like, why would I read a book that's called Vampire Academy? It's just going to be cheesy. But then my friend said, you know what, you have to read it. So I said, I'll read it. So I read it. Then I had to read Frostbite. Then I had to read Shadow Kiss. Then I had to read Blood Promise. Then I had to read Spiritbound. Then I had to read Last Sacrifice because I got addicted. Now, the Vampire Academy film, though. Not nostalgic. The Narnia books. Now, I have the box set. This is The Magician's Nephew. This is the first book. And whenever I see these books, this was when I think Borders was still a thing, I think. And my mom and dad and grandma found the box set of Narnia. Out of myself and my two brothers, I was the one that would read like every day. And I was obsessed with the Narnia films. And so they got me, they being my amazing mom, my amazing father, my amazing grandmother, got me the box set of the Narnia books. And I started reading it in like one day. See how short these books are? I read them in one day. Also, the font is pretty big. There's also amazing art inside. Amazing art inside. And so whenever I see these covers, whenever I see my box set, I just flash back to when I was a kid. I forgot how old I was. And then just opening up the box set, reading the book, and just getting car sick because I started reading it in the car. But that's another story. I'm grateful that I have the Narnia books in my life. I'm grateful that I have the Narnia films in my life because those films are just exquisite. Now the last two. Okay. As you obviously saw, the last two are Shadowhunter books. And I did not pull out City of Bones. I brought out City of Ashes because, one, I'm rereading City of Ashes, but two, this is this exact copy that I read when I was in middle school / high school, because I read it again in high school. And look at the botched up back. This was my doing. Both the botched up and the taping. This is the same exact copy. This is the same exact copy that I read. The cracked spine, the curling cover, the coffee stained pages, the dirty pages. Time I see this botched up back, I just flash back to when I first read it because it's like, it filled me with joy. I was just really excited because I was told that City of Ashes was supposed to get a film, but they lied to me, and now there's no sequel to City of Bones, and now I'm mad because I had to suffer Shadowhunters. But okay, I loved the Mortal Instruments. I every time I see this cover and the City of Bones cover and the City of Glass covers, I just have flashbacks to when I first read them and just having such joy. Same thing with Clockwork Angel. This isn't the exact copy that I read of Clockwork Angel. I got it from the library. So I wanted to read it because this is a prequel to the Mortal Instruments. I had to get this book, so I got the book. I reread it again, and same thing with City of Ashes. Cracked spine, dirty pages, curled up plastic on the back, curled up cover a little bit. Just, I promise I love my books. I don't abuse paperbacks like most people. This was the fastest trilogy I've ever read. I flew through Clockwork Angel rather quickly. I flew through, let me speak English, Clockwork Prince rather quickly, and then I read Clockwork Princess in like a matter of a day and a half. It was probably the fastest trilogy that I read, and probably the best trilogy I've ever read. And I haven't read The Dark Artifices yet. I'm kind of scared because those books are gigantic. I'm on my 5th story of Ghost of the Shadow Market, and I will start Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. Every time I see this cover, the purple tints, the London tower right here, the Clockwork Angel, Will and his runes, I just love it. And then the original covers on the back of the Mortal Instruments, I I love it. Okay, so those are all my nostalgic reads. I may do a part 2 showcasing other ones. These are just the ones that I gathered up rather quickly. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please comment and like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of these books that I showcased. Do you have any books that spark like a nostalgic feeling to you? Obviously these are popular books. It's not really that much of a surprise. If you guys have any comments about these books, let me know down below. If you like it, big thumbs up. Subscribe. Please be safe. Please be healthy. Please wear a mask. Godspeed. God bless. And I will see you guys soon. Deuces.